Welcome everyone to the first talk in our new season for this year of our Uni Talks, our online presentations with German universities. And I think it's meant to be that we start alphabetically almost with the Aachen University. So it's the first in the alphabet and the first this year. So we are very happy here to have with us two colleagues from the RWTH Aachen University, Germany. They will present themselves afterwards. Just to start, to mention that this season we're going to have many different universities joining us live from Germany. So be sure to uh, check our website and check our social media to see which university is up next. And as usual, we always try to record these presentations as well as this one today. So in case that you miss it or you arrive late or you want to watch it again, it's going to be available also on our website. And with that being said, I welcome you all to our presentation. We have today two colleagues from the RWTH Aachen Business School, as I already mentioned. We have here Julia Kramer. She is live from Aachen, Germany. And we have here Melanie Osfeld. She's the director of the Mexico office of the university, and she is in Mexico. So it's a very international presentation today. So thank you once again for joining us. And Claudia and I from the DAD are going to be here in the background. If you have any questions during the presentation, please feel free to write them in the chat. And then at the end of the presentation, we will have time for questions and answers and all you want to know about the university. Yeah, so if there's anything, just write it on the chat and we'll look at it while we are in the presentation. So, Mrs. Kramer, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much for this nice introduction. So I will start my screen sharing just now. Okay, I hope it works. Can you see my screen? Perfect. Okay, yeah, a warm welcome from my side as well. Welcome to this little talk today where I will introduce you together with my colleague Melanie to our international master programs here at RWTH Business School. In Aachen. And before we start, I want to introduce ourselves very briefly. So again, my name is Julia Kramer. I am the student recruitment manager here at RWTH Business School. And together with my team, I'm responsible to find the best talents for our programs and to support them throughout their decision-making process and also the admission process. RWTH Business School, maybe to explain a little bit about that first, is the further education provider in the field of management for the Faculty of Business and Economics at RWTH Aachen University. So we are actually affiliated to RWTH Aachen University. And we were founded in 2016 as a strategy of the Faculty for Business and Economics to attract a more diverse group of students. So on the one hand, internationally, but also professionally. And that means that all of our programs and courses that we offer are specifically designed for young professionals and executives with at least 1, 2, or 5 or even more years of work experience already. And all our programs are located always at the intersection of management and technology. We also have in all of our programs an exclusive focus on practical methods so that you can really apply it in real life contexts. And our team here at RWTH Business School always strives to support you on your journey towards your next career step, hopefully here at RWTH Business School. And another strive is to promote a high level of diversity. And this also includes cultural aspects, of course. And this is why we are very happy also that last year's intake, we added 4 new nationalities to our programs. And it was Malaysia, Tunisia, UK, and Panama also. And of course, we try always to add more of them. And as you can see, we also have students from Chile, of course, studying at RWTH Business School. And also many other nationalities like Mexico and South America in general. And this is why I also I'm very happy to introduce you to my colleague Melanie Ostfeld, who is with us today representing the Mexico office. And she will explain, like just now, what the Mexico office exactly is. So I would say, welcome, Melanie. The stage is yours. I think you're still unmuted.
Here, if you can see me.
Yeah,
There you
we
go.
can hear you now.
Yes. Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, good. So, yes, I'm the director at our liaison office in Mexico. So I would like to switch to Spanish just because then maybe you even feel a little more welcome. Pues la idea de esa oficina en México prácticamente es conectar nuestra universidad RWTH Aachen con otras universidades buenas en toda Latinoamérica. Entonces, ustedes de Chile están muy bienvenidos también. Y hoy que estamos con RWTH Business School, obviamente la idea es que ustedes conozcan sus programas, pero la universidad también tiene otros programas más en inglés que no vamos a presentar muy profundamente hoy. Solo que sepan que yo existo, les puedo hablar en español, me pueden contactar con cualquier asunto si algún programa les interesa, entonces les puedo dar consejos y también acompañarles en el proceso de admisión. Y en este QR code, pues ahí encuentran una página web que de hecho les guía a RWTH International Academy. Entonces, ahora, Julia, maybe you can change the slide. Pues, okay, you can show all the programs, please. Porque la idea es que en RWTH International Academy también existen programas maestrías en inglés, pero como hoy nos enfocamos en economía, pues ahí solo para que sepan, hay dos programas que también mezclan Management in Engineering in Computer Aided Mechanical Engineering. Sí sabemos que el nombre ya no es el más nuevo, pero los contenidos sí lo son, así que no se preocupen, prácticamente Digital Engineering y Management in Engineering in Production Systems. Son hermanos de los primeros 4 programas que ven aquí, bueno, dos en Ingeniería Mecánica. Y entonces, en todas estas, debéis mencionar Textile Engineering. Ahí no se trata de diseño de ropa, sino de materiales, fibras inteligentes, nanotecnología. Entonces, por si vienen de un área así, puede ser interesante. Y en humanidades están bienvenidos muchas personas de diferentes carreras, porque como estamos ahí en el núcleo europeo, tiene mucho sentido tener un programa con estos contenidos. Ok, Julia, please change the slide. Una cosita rapidita. Esto es un programa de cualificación que tenemos para las maestrías que acaban de ver, que están basadas en ingeniería mecánica. Y pues se pueden postular ahora hasta julio. Por eso lo queremos mencionar, es que las plazas están abiertas y son 5 clases que ustedes eligen, que se hacen entre agosto y noviembre online. Y luego con esto, lo bonito es que prácticamente tienen el ticket, la entrada a la maestría, porque si no, las que acaban de ver, pues son muy difíciles de ser admitidos porque les van a tratar como alguien de Aachen que ha cursado justo estas materias con tantos créditos, pero sabemos que los que vienen de todas las partes del mundo no van a tener el mismo transcript of records, las mismas materias. Entonces, con este programa se puede evitar de que no se les admita o solamente a condición de cursar algo extra que puede ser frustrante y tardar más y costar más. Entonces, este programa les es como, pues, suben sus chances a un 99% de luego entrar en la maestría. Ok, y entonces, ahora para ponerlo en contexto de nuevo, hoy tratamos RWTH Business School, entonces ahora presten mucha atención porque este programa no vale para lo que vemos ahora, ¿ok? Pero sí, si tienen preguntas me pueden contactar con Mexico-office at rwth at academy.rwth-aachen.de. Ok. So, Julia, let's switch back again to English and talk more about business, RWTH Business School and their programs.
Yeah, thank you very much for your insights, even though I didn't understand much, but yeah, still sounds very good. But now, as Melanie said, we will switch back into the programs that we offer here at RWTH Business School. And I would like to introduce you simply to our international master programs. And at the moment, we are offering 3 international programs and 1 additional program, which is not international. And yeah, as you can see, we have a full-time MBA in digitalization and industrial change. And on the next slide, I will, of course, go more into detail for each course. Then we have a Master of Science in Management and Engineering, and a Master of Science in Data Analytics and Decision Science. And part of our portfolio is, of course, also our career service, with many nice and helpful offers, but I will definitely shed some light on that also later on. Okay, I will briefly highlight some hard facts of these master programs, and after that we will take a more detailed look into each one. So to start with our full-time MBA in Digitalization and Industrial Change. This is a 3 semesters full-time course. And you are eligible for that course if you come from a STEM or a business and economics background. So you need a first academic degree in one of these areas and at least 2 years of professional work experience. As I mentioned right in the beginning, our programs are specifically designed for young professionals, and I think it's also pretty common in an MBA program to have a certain amount of work experience. And if you fulfill these requirements, you're definitely eligible. Then our Master of Science in Data Analytics and Decision Science. This is 4 semesters full-time and includes also an internship. And you need to have a first academic degree from a STEM background, STEM-related area. And in this program, you need at least 1 year of professional work experience. Then we have our Master of Science in Management and Engineering, with also a very long name, because it's in technology, innovation, marketing, and entrepreneurship. So we have an abbreviation for that. So we call it simply MME time. Yes, and this is either a 3-semester full-time course, or you can even study it in 6 semesters part-time. So next to a full-time responsibility, like in the usual case, it would be a full-time job, and on top you study our MME time in part-time. You are eligible if you have, same as in the DDS, so a STEM degree, a STEM background, and at least 1 year of professional work experience. For all of these programs, there is a tuition fee of 30,000 euros. Depending on whether you apply in our early bird phase or not, because in our early bird phase you receive the early bird discount, and then your tuition fee would be 27,000 euros. We have 1 intake each year, so these programs always start October 1st. Okay, so now you should have a very brief overview, and now we go more into detail. So I want to start with our full-time MBA. So our full-time MBA is a classical Master of Business Administration with a special focus on management of digitalization and change in production enterprises. And it covers, of course, also various areas of business, such as accountancy, marketing, finance, economics, and operations management, but always has its focus on technology, which makes it also quite unique for an MBA program. So if you're like a technology enthusiast, this is definitely a very good choice for you. So this study program comes with a practical approach, since you will have strategy labs in semester 1 and 2, and also a capstone project in your final semester along with your master thesis. And a very nice benefit also, if you compare this MBA maybe also to other MBA programs, is definitely the small course sizes that we have, because this allows a very close and individual study experience. So maybe that you have an idea, we try not to go over 30 students per intake, because we want to have a very, as I said, close and individual yeah, super vision for you. Yeah, and after graduating, you will have a wide range of job perspectives. So for example, you can be a project manager of strategy and transformation, or a digitalization and automation manager, but you can even go more towards like a consultant or marketing position. And yeah, if you are, again, a young professional with at least 2 years of work experience and either a STEM or a business and economics degree, you are a perfect fit, and we would love to have you here on campus. Well, so next one is our Master of Science in Data Analytics and Decision Science. So in short, DDS. And this focuses on the existing and future management challenges in dealing with the complexity of data and decision making, but as well as on generating business potentials and enterprise value from data-driven decisions. So yeah, the focus of this program lies on operations research, decision making, and machine learning, with an overall objective to educate a new generation of decision makers. So this program is 4 semesters in full time and includes an internship in the 3rd semester. Yeah, this program, of course, comes with a practical orientation, on the one hand because of the internship, but also a lot of project work and business application in the lectures. So very special about this program is yeah, definitely the combination of data analytics and decision science, so basically operations research, because this combination enables you to not only learn about data, but to learn how to create value out of data in specific application areas. And this skill is like desperately needed by the industry everywhere, but also here in Germany. And the problem is that most study programs only focuses on one area, but you definitely need to understand the whole picture. And this is why our DDS was created. And yeah, also here, as you can see, you have different job perspectives. You can be, of course, a data analyst, a data scientist, but also a data consultant, and yeah, of course, much more. And what is super nice, in my opinion, is that you can use it basically in every industry. So let it be retail, healthcare, production, or even finance. And yeah, one good example is, I would say, one of our graduates. His name is Nikhil, and he came actually from a mechanical engineering background, yeah, but had like an interest in data. So he decided to study our DDS. And right after graduation, he managed to get a job as a data scientist here in Germany with Emma Sleep. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but Emma Sleep is one of the most successful startups here in, or most like fast growing yeah, companies here. And yeah, recently he also got promoted as a team lead there, which is like a super nice path, I would say. Yeah, just to give you a little insight. And if you are also here, a young professional, have 1 year at least of professional work experience, a first degree in STEM, and maybe are also like very into data and also maybe did already some programming or stuff like that. So basically, if you're ready to conquer the world, the professional world of data, you are a perfect fit. And also here, we would love to see you on campus. Okay, last but not least, oh no, I had one thing else. Okay, yeah, we had we have a student talk actually. So this is we had it live, but we now have like an on-demand webinar. And yeah, we had a student actually from Chile. His name is Christian, and he's a current student studying our DDS program. And this is also a very interesting case because he came from a mining engineering background, yeah, and started to study our DDS to change his direction. And yeah, I would say make sure to check out this student talk with him. It was very insightful. You will receive many detailed, yeah, and interesting insights. He talks a lot about his experiences throughout his studies, and you will like receive some also useful insider tips. And maybe I will try to put the link to this webinar in the chat right now. Okay, there you go. I hope it works. So again, this was very insightful. Yeah, he's very nice. He's from Chile, so make sure to check it out. Okay, now, last but not least, our MME Time program. So yeah, this is a Master of Science at the interface of management and engineering. So it is like designed to bridge the gap between the technical and the business perspective, and therefore covers, yeah, simply both, so management and engineering topics. And like a great advantage of this program is that it comes with a very flexible study mode. So especially in the part-time mode, it's very flexible. Yeah, and also, like, as I said, in the duration. So you can study it either in full-time, which would be 3 semesters, or in part-time, which would be 6 semesters. And yeah, this has a blended learning approach to ensure like more flexibility. Yeah, and like in addition to that, the program is also like very settled already. So it was also announced as the winner of the national competition for digitally enabled university education because of its like blended learning approach. And yeah, also one thing about this program that I would like to mention is a like very unique experience, which is like included somehow in the curriculum. I say somehow because it's actually up to you if you want to do that or not. And this is the Cambridge Ecosystem Practicum, which is like a module delivered in partnership with Cambridge University. It's one of our management electives. So if you go maybe later on the website and take a closer look at the curriculum, you will see there are some electives within this study program. And this is one elective that like almost every student choose to do that. And it's actually always loved by all of our students. So I can like highly recommend that. Yes, and in this program, you also have like, I would say you will have the highest variety of job perspectives here. So because it's basically an all-rounder, I would say. So you can be everything from consulting to product management to marketing management, business development, technology and innovation management. And last but not least, you can of course also be an entrepreneur and like found your own startup, for example. Yeah. So if this sounds interesting to you, yeah, you will have the same requirements in the DDS, 1 year of work experience, STEM background, and yeah, of course, what is for all of our programs, a lot of motivation, and then we are definitely happy to have you here. Okay, let's see, next slide. Oops. Okay, I think a very important part that contributes to your success here in Aachen, besides the academic expertise that you will like gain, is on the one hand the right guidance throughout your studies, and on the other hand it is also shaping your profile, expanding your personal network, and finding out simply who you are and which career path is the right one for you. So of course these are like yeah, not easy tasks. But we are, of course, here to guide you on your individual path, and for the right guidance throughout your studies, you will be supported by our study management team, and everything like regarding shaping your profile, building a network, and finding out who you are, what you want to do with this degree. You benefit from our exclusive career service. So RWTH Business School offers you a wide range of events and contacts and supports you with like advice whenever needed. So this means that we are helping you out with consultations, mentoring, study planning, and much more. So if you need any advice when things go not as planned in your studies, we're definitely here. And yeah, we are also organizing workshops, talks, and events to help you shape your profile and put you in contact like with the right people, with representatives from the industry to widen your network. And yeah, so that you can learn which path to pursue. And last but not least, you will also receive access to our exclusive career hub with access to company profiles and many jobs as well. Also special tips and advices with regard to your studies and finding a job. Yeah, also from alumni and students, so first-hand information. And this is exclusively for RWTH Business School students. Okay, yeah, I know I already talked about Nikhil and also Christian, but still I want to show you some more examples of our alumni to give you also a glimpse of where they ended up. So we have Mauricio, who is like, he was from the class of 2018. He is now Director of Programs and Business Development at INEOS. Then we have Ingrid, who is now at Bayer, and Lisa Marie, and I think you all know that pretty well. She's actually now executive assistant to the vice president, at Mercedes-Benz. And then there's also Dhruv, who was from the class of 2017, and he's also now a product manager. And yeah, as you can see, that they like end up really at companies that we all do know very well, but also sometimes at small startups, like for example, Nikhil did. So this is of course always like depending also on your ambition somehow and what you want to achieve. So yeah, I would say summed up, if you put in like an effort, you are motivated and finish with a good degree, there's simply nothing holding you back from landing a good job either in Germany or around the world. Okay, yeah, another like benefit besides also the career service and all the things I already mentioned is like the location itself. So the beautiful city of Aachen, where I am right now. So we always like to call it the heart of Europe because it is located right at the border of Belgium and the Netherlands. But yeah, it's also super close to other countries such as France, Spain, Italy, Austria. So you can make it to different, totally different countries. Starting from several minutes up to maybe I think 4 hours or something like that. So this is very, very nice. And Aachen itself is in comparison very small. So it has approximately 250,000 inhabitants, which does not make it a big city. But more than 50,000 of them are actually students. So this makes basically every fifth inhabitant a student in Aachen. So, and 11,000 of them are international students. So you can tell that we have a very high cultural diversity here. And I personally think that this is like one of the best parts about Aachen because it leads to everyone being super open-minded. And yeah, in combination with a high quality of life that you have here and also various cultural and sportive offerings and also events and parties, of course, this is basically the ideal place to study. So, which is why I, by the way, also decided to study here back then, because this is basically the perfect student city. And yeah, what has always fascinated me as well is that you have, on the one hand, like so much to explore when it comes also to history, because Aachen has a long history that goes back like to the Roman Empire, but at the same time, it is such a young, modern, vibrant city to which actually RWTH Aachen University is of course located here, and this contributes a huge part to being so young and modern and innovative. And this is where I want to talk a bit about the university, because I think you maybe all have heard of it, maybe not, but RWTH Aachen University is a public research university, which we are, as I mentioned right in the beginning, affiliated to. And RWTH has more than 47,000 students enrolled in 144 study programs, making it Germany's largest technical university. And RWTH Aachen University is, of course, also represented in different rankings. To name just one example, the QS World Ranking, you all know that, where it ranks among the top 13% of universities worldwide. But there is one thing that is super unique about RWTH Aachen University, and this is its campus. So the campus, it's also called like officially RWTH Aachen Campus, and this is one of the largest technology-oriented research landscapes in whole Europe. So it is like widespread throughout the entire city of Aachen with a development area of 800,000 square meters. And it is gradually growing and will expand closely to the border of Belgium and the Netherlands. And yeah, the campus is definitely not like a normal university campus since it is spread over the whole city. So you do not have one building to go. And it's actually interwoven with the city of Aachen itself, which gives it like a very unique character and also makes Aachen like an experience itself. And yeah, RWTH Aachen Campus was launched as a project in 2009 as part of its like growth strategy. And the city and the university together are pursuing like the goal of making RWTH one of the world's leading tech university and the goal of establishing and expanding Aachen as an international academic and business location with this campus project. And there is like another player who's a crucial part to achieving this goal, and this player is the industry. So the belief, or more like the vision, is that a consolidation of the different academic disciplines and the companies is required for finding answers to all relevant big questions of the future. And this is why RWTH Aachen Campus was founded, because it is basically the platform for exchange between these three players, so the city, the university, and the industry. And this is, in my opinion, super unique and super interesting and also valuable. And yeah, as a student at RWTH Business School, you will be, of course, part of this and be able to make use of this unique platform for science and industry, where you can like experience the close collaboration of the three players firsthand. And the campus has attracted a number of renowned international companies and research institutions such as Ericsson, Ford, Philips, Takeda Pharma, and Microsoft, and is also like a very dynamic hub for startups, spin-offs, and entrepreneurs. So like they are, of course, dealing with new technologies and on a daily basis, and Aachen is, so to say, like, I don't know, it's the place to be, I would say, if you want to be like an entrepreneur or found your startup. And yeah, in fact, RWTH Aachen University has also the highest number of spin-offs in Germany because it combines all the right factors to leverage the startup scene. And to give you a number which highlights how close the university and the industry are working together, currently there are over 430 companies involved at the RWTH Aachen campus, meaning that they are either located here or form a collaboration with one of the institutes at RWTH Aachen University, or even both. So yeah, I think, or I hope that you now have at least an idea of how the university, RWTH Business School, and the industry and the city of Aachen work together and build all together this very unique ecosystem where you will be a part of. So yeah, how you can become part of this is exactly like that. So we have a very brief application process, so it's quite simple. We need you first, of course, to check again if you fulfill the requirements. Then afterwards, by the way, you can find them, of course, in detail on our website again. Maybe again, it's very important in at least the two programs with the STEM background that you also fulfill a certain amount of credit points. So definitely make sure to check that out. And furthermore, of course, you need to submit some certain documents, and you can find it here. But yeah, you need, of course, a transcript of records of your first academic degree, then a CV, and I highly recommend to not make it longer than 2 pages. Same goes for your motivation letter, 2 pages, that's definitely enough. And really try maybe to stand out in your motivation letter. But we also we'll have another session in the future on how to submit the perfect application. So make sure to check our event page on a regular basis. And yeah, then you need 1 letter of recommendation. This can be from anyone from your first university or from your employer or whatever. Then a proof of your professional work experiences. And then you're free to submit other documents to support your application. What is always a good idea to add your English language certificate if you have one already, or even German, that would also be perfect. Yes, and you're free. This is not like required, but you're very welcome to add that as well. Then after you have submitted your application, It will be evaluated by several authorities, and you might also be asked to join an interview if necessary. And yes, as soon as you receive and claim your admission to our program, you will be then afterwards forwarded to your personal onboarding. And yeah, we will welcome you then, of course, soon here with us in Aachen. Okay, this was like the process, very brief. And of course, we received this question also a lot. Yes, RWTH Business School also offers different scholarships to support particularly suitable candidates. And all of our scholarships have a value of 4,000 euros, except one, which is our excellence scholarship, that has a value of 6,000 euros. But important to know is that you cannot actively apply to our excellence scholarship because we select particularly outstanding students to be awarded with this special scholarship. But for the other one, you can definitely apply. So in order to be eligible, you have to submit a scholarship application form together with all your other application documents. And this form can be also found on our website. Yes, and if you need more detailed information regarding scholarships and financing options, yeah, do not hesitate to contact us because we also have an on-demand webinar for that as well, and then we can definitely provide you with that one. Well, okay, I talked a lot. I hope I didn't talk too fast, but this is basically it. So if you have any further questions, now, of course, you can use the chat, but also afterwards popping up through to your mind. Please do not hesitate. Contact us. We are super happy to get in touch with you, to support you with your application or your questions. Here you can find my contact details. And last but not least, you are also super welcome to follow us on our social media accounts if you want to get more authentic insights into what we actually do here. And also what our students experience on a regular basis. So we have LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and also Twitter. And yeah, there you can find also, again, email contact and my phone number. So feel free to make a screenshot or whatever, write it down. And I'm super looking forward to receive your contact requests. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Julia. Muchas gracias también a Melanie. Thank you both for sharing that information on the programs of the university, the office here in Latin America, and of course the very detailed information about the different programs at the RWTH Aachen Business School. I think it was very important information, especially some of the things you mentioned, this contact with the entrepreneurship world. That's something that's lacking in many universities here, at least, and that's great to know that universities are in touch with companies and entrepreneurs and stuff like that, because that's the way to go. And also I think it's great that you have this career service for students, because I know that having students from all over the world, sometimes they feel overwhelmed when coming to Germany, or as you mentioned, something doesn't go as planned. So it's great to have an office that can help you with that as well. Maybe I will ask you to write your emails as well in the chat. I know it's there in the screen, but maybe it's easier for someone to copy it from the chat. Yeah, if you have any questions, you can leave them in the chat as well, and we will try to answer them right now. Just to mention that you forgot to mention the best thing about Aachen, which is the Printen. That's like a German biscuit or cake or something like that. I don't know how to translate it, but it's, you have to try it. There's no way to you just have to eat it. That's amazing.
Yeah, definitely. I always tend to forget about things like that because I was actually born here. I live here all my life, and for me it's random. But yeah, you're right. This is something that you can only find here.
Only place in the world, and it's really really amazing. You have to try it, especially if you go on the Christmas time. You will find it everywhere. So that has to be on there on your checklist once you arrive there in Aachen.
Yes, that's right.
Perfect. I don't know if there are any questions from our audience here in the chat. You can, as mentioned, write them here, or I think you can also raise your hand, and then we can start your microphone if you have any questions. Um,
Yes, and you're also super welcome to ask them also also in Spanish, because that's Melanie's here. She can do it if you're more convenient with that. But yeah, I'm also only for English questions.
Exactamente, ya sabes, si hay alguna pregunta en español, entonces también la pueden escribir en el chat o levantar la mano y también las podemos responder. So very trilingual today. So in German, we were talking before starting, and then English and Spanish. So quite an international environment today.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
And that's also very important that German is very useful if you go to Germany. Even though the whole program is in English, we always recommend you to learn at least the basics of German, because that's going to be always helpful. Here, Maria Jose is raising her hand, so we're going to allow her to cancel her silence and start her microphone. Maria Jose, tienes que prender tu micrófono. Ahí sí, creo. María José, we can't hear you. Yes, hello, hello. No, maybe you can try again, Maria Jose, or maybe write your question in the chat. We have another question meanwhile here by Pablo Rojas, and he asks, where can I apply to this university related to engineering? Sorry, I arrived a bit late. Don't worry.
No
First of
problem.
all, Pablo, you can watch the whole, we are recording this session, so you can watch the whole thing again afterwards in our website.
Yes, and I will also I'm looking for the right link right now, so I will add it to the chat, and maybe Melanie can also share the link, because I do not know if he's talking about like the programs that Melanie mentioned very briefly in the beginning, or if he's talking about the programs at Habitat Business School. But I just posted the link in the chat where you can find more on how to apply.
Yes, and I will share the link to other master's degree programs that are actually based on mechanical engineering. So if you browse that page, you can find, okay, sistemas. No, that's the first one. We'll get back to you, Maria Jose. Yeah, the engineering programs, actually, it's quite recommendable if you for now apply for the qualification program, which is called German Engineering College. Let me check on the website too. I can share that link. Because you can still apply for that until the 1st of June, and then start your master next year, because we also start in October with the programs that are managed by International Academy. So as you've seen, we were talking about business school today. The International Academy is another institution founded by the university in order to have programs in English, but those programs are related to engineering. So there you have production systems engineering, computer-aided mechanical engineering. You have textile engineering, which is more or less materials science with nanotechnology, with intelligent fibers. So these different kinds of study tracks, you can also study them with relation to management. So there are different ones you should browse and see if you maybe want to apply for the German Engineering College. Do that program online this August to November, and then next year have your chances up to 99% to be admitted to one of the engineering master's degrees.
Yes, exactly. And sorry for sending this again in the chat, but there is like the programs that I do not know when you entered the presentation, but the programs that I was like presenting is our full-time MBA in Digitalization and Industrial Change, our Master of Science in Management and Engineering and Technology Innovation, Marketing and Entrepreneurship, and also our Master of Science in Data Analytics and Decision Science. And these programs can be found on the website of the business school, and I posted that link also. So I think now you should have a good overview. I hope that answered your question.
Mhm.
Perfect. We have another question here from Maria Jose. and it's in Spanish, so I'm just going to read it in Spanish. Quisiera saber si existe algún programa de magíster relacionado con sistemas eléctricos de potencia.
A ver, existe el más cercano, tal vez podría ser Robotic Systems Engineering o Smart Production Engineering, pero como ya escuchas por el nombre, no realmente se trata de sistemas eléctricos. Hay una carrera en el área público, digamos, de la universidad que sí, hasta creo que es en inglés, así que puedes echar un vistazo a la página de RWTH Aachen University. Lo que pasa es que allí es muy difícil entrar porque como no tienen su programa de cualificación, van a tratarte como alguien que acaba de graduarse de RWTH Aachen University. Entonces, obviamente quieren ver justamente las materias que allí se han completado y muy seguramente no vas a tener todo esto. Pero bueno, inténtalo, obviamente, es una buena idea. em, y entonces te deseo mucho éxito. Si este es tu camino, genial.
Muchas gracias. And we go to the next question by Rodrigo. He asks if there are master programs related to renewable energies.
Okay, so maybe I can start to answer this question for Avatar Business School. So let's put it like that. I maybe if you're intending to start a master program, let's say next year, for example, I would highly recommend to check out our website on a regular basis. So because we are, of course, also always implementing new study courses. And for now, as I said, we only have the full-time MBA, the Master of Science in Management and Engineering, and the Master of Science in Data Analytics. But I'm sure there is like more to come. So yeah, definitely yeah, check it out on a regular basis.
Exactly. And apropos website, I also wrote here the website where we are going to put this recording in case you missed the first part or arrived late or had a problem with the connection or anything. In the same page that you register for today is where you're going to find the recording as well as all of the next sessions that we're going to have through during the year. And Rodrigo says, Danke, bitte, Rodrigo. So I think that was the last question that we have here. Maybe there are some final comments or advice that you want to give to students wanting to apply to the university. What should they think of or do it first? Or what's the next step to take if they want to go and study at the business school in Aachen?
Yes, I would say, I know it sounds very broad, but the best thing you can do if you're interested in our programs is to simply contact us. So reach out to us because we have so much to say and so much to give you when it comes to advice and materials, and also advice on how to prepare a perfect application, or even if you have, I'm sure that you have also, if also, yeah, I know I talked a lot, but we have more to tell you for each study program. So I would definitely say don't be shy, do not hesitate, reach out to us. Doesn't matter what your question is. We are always very happy to help you out, and this would be my like call to action, so to say. So definitely do that. We can arrange a call, a personal consultation, or even you can also call by on the short way. Yes, that would be my first like best advice, I would say.
Sí, bueno, y lo mismo puedo yo decir también en español. Es decir, si quieren saber más sobre cualquiera de estos programas y por el momento prefieren hablarlo en español también, no hay problema con eso, ¿no? Contacten.
That's always the case. Some people are willing to hearing and listening to English and have no problems with that, but maybe writing an email in English or having a conversation in English is hard, or you're not very sure at first. So that's great that you have someone that can be that link in Spanish with the university. And in that case, that's Mexico office, and that's Melanie. So thank you. So I think that will be it for today. I think we can wrap up this session. I want to thank you all once again for joining us today live here for this very international presentation, as we already mentioned. And of course, and a special thanks to our two presenters today, Julia and Melanie. So thank you once again for joining us, especially Melanie. I know it's very early over there, so thank you for joining us very, very early in the morning over there in Mexico. And
No problem.
I'm sure that students that are interested are going to contact either or both of you to get more information about these programs. And if you want to know more about studying in Germany in general, contact us as well. We are here for you if you have any questions regarding how my Chilean documents are seen by universities, or what do I need to present to study in a German university, or anything that you want to know. We know the Chilean perspective over here, so also contact us here at the information center of the DAAD. I'm also going to leave our email address here in the chat, so you can contact us. We also you can call us in the telephone or anything you want. We are here to help you on your way to Germany. So that being said, thank you once again. Muchas gracias. And see you next time. Bye bye.
Thank you very
Goodbye.
much for joining, and thank you also to the DAAD for having us. Goodbye.
Gerne. Auf Wiedersehen.